It is Tuesday, March 11th. It is day 50 of the Trump presidency. And I feel like it's an accomplishment that we made it to day 50. And I think we're still alive. And if we're not, then we don't know we're not alive anymore. So I guess it doesn't matter. Please don't judge my couch full of clothes that need to be put away. That's where I'm at mentally. I don't know about you. Anyways, there was so much drama today. It's hard to even start. It's a lot like watching Real Housewives if like that show was deciding the fate of the world, which would be not a good idea, but it is a very similar experience. Yikes. So Trump has placed the 25% tariffs on Canada, as we know. So Canada had responded and said that they were going to charge a 25% tariff on the electricity they were supplying to New York, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Trump comes back and says he's going to double the tariffs on aluminum and whatever else for Canada. He's going to crank it up to 50%. So Canada comes back and says, all right, well, we're just going to shut the electricity the fuck off. We're just not going to send electricity there anymore. Then Trump loses his mind and says he's going to invade Canada and says that the border is not real. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's like so insane. And this is why we don't have trade wars, people. Like, this is why, because this is what happens and it's not in anyone's best interest. Like, who is this helping? Please tell me. No one. Anyways, so now actually Canada has backed off. I think that they're pretty freaked out by his continuing insistence that he's going to make Canada the 51st state, which is just so embarrassing. Like, anyways, by the way, if you like Dr. Pepper, this is not a Trader Joe's commercial, nor do I have their permission to say this. I don't care. This soda water tastes like Dr. Pepper, like it's soda water. So there's no sugar in it. There's no calories at all. But it tastes like Dr. Pepper to me. Also, keep in mind, I don't drink like soda at all anymore, and I eat very little sugar. However, I'm a big fan of this. It's the cherry vanilla flavor. Anyways, I'm done with my Trader Joe's commercial now. So Canada is now going to have a meeting. Like Ford is the guy in Ontario, and then whoever our like trade person is, they're having a meeting on Thursday to discuss possibly renewing the Canada-US free trade agreement. It's so embarrassing. It's very like Jersey Shore, like publicly screaming, fighting, like fist fights, and then like somehow they're getting back together. Like I don't know what to say. Anyways, we'll see what happens Thursday or before then, you know. I mean, Lord knows what could happen before then. It's only Tuesday. We have a whole other 24 hours to get through tomorrow. Never a dull moment around here. So speaking of never a dull moment, yesterday, everyone at the U.S. Ed Department was told that they had to leave the premises by 6 p.m., take their computers home with them. And then today they got an email saying that they will be working from home tomorrow until Thursday. And I guess the rumors are going around that it's, you know, they're going to do a bunch of layoffs. Obviously, I mean, they're eliminating the Department of Education. And they've already fired 1,300 people. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're expecting huge staff cuts. I'm sure that that's exactly what they're getting. So the GOP spending bill just passed through the House. Now it just has to go through the Senate. And, you know, I know that there's rumors that obviously Democrats aren't on board. The Democrats have been really like loserish lately. My hopes are not high that they're going to like in any way stymie this. Like, I feel like they're going to let it through. It's just the vibes I'm getting lately. I feel like some of them are probably taking bribes and just worrying about their own pocketbooks, honestly. Worrying about, I know that they're being threatened that they're going to be primaried. Well, guess what? Like, we're going to primary you anyways. Like, you guys are the most ineffective people. I mean, there's a handful of people that I obviously adore, but for the most part, they're just like weak and not doing jack shit. So the United States has resumed military aid to Ukraine, and also like resumed giving them background intel because they agreed to a month-long ceasefire. Honestly, again, Ukraine is in a really bad position. And I do not get the impression that Zelensky wants to have this like continued pissing contest. So he's probably doing the right thing. I trust that he knows what he's doing. He is just trying to keep his people safe. Again, he doesn't give a shit about himself. He doesn't care about like losing his position or anything, nor should he, because he is a public servant. He understands what that means. I know we don't have people like that here, but like he's a good dude. He's a good man and he's doing his job. Anyways, forget what that looks like. The Dow fell again today. Not as dramatically, 478 points for the Dow. S&P 500 fell 0.8% and NASDAQ 0.2%. I mean, it's not good. Like, Wall Street is not happy. Oh, yes, I forgot to put this into my headlines, but I think I'll remember a little bit. Okay, so the board of Tesla, the shareholders called an emergency meeting. I remember that Jamie Dimon is one of them and is going to be there. Look it up. There's a bunch of them. But it'd be so sick if they tried to fire Elon. That would be so fun. Something will happen because like they're not going to just like let this go on. Okay, so the Union for U.S. Aid has asked the court to intervene because workers at U.S. Aid are being ordered by Doge and whoever is managing them now to destroy classified documents. It's like an emergency request to like stop that from happening. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. I get the feeling that like what Doge and Trump are really doing is like trying to destroy any kind of pathway that exists back to these organizations if we can ever get them back out of office again. Which obviously I know their plan is to like just stay and never leave. But like if we could get them back out of office and have Democrats in office or literally anyone, a sane Republican, I would vote for Mitt Romney at this point. I'm dead ass serious. Like if the choice was between I know this is not real, but if the choice was between Trump and George Bush, baby, please come back. I'm dead serious. Anyways, if anyone sane ever holds the office of President of the United States again, if the United States continues to exist, I have the feeling that they're doing things the way they're doing things so that like there's no pathway back to normalcy for us, or that it's virtually impossible or takes a really long time. There's, burning the path behind them. The Department of Ed is investigating 60 different colleges. They're calling it anti-Semitism, but it's just like allowing students to protest for Palestine. They are like going hard after anyone who is involved in organizing protests for Palestine. And I expect that to ramp up, especially when it comes to deporting people. Anyways, to be honest with you, like, I don't know, if you don't have to be here, maybe don't be. Like, if there's anywhere else for you to go, bro, now's the time. Honestly, it's not safe. It's not even safe for me. Like, it's not safe for anyone. Anyone who's ever spoken out about anything is in danger, like, genuinely, for sure, of jail, deportation or possibly worse at some point. Honestly, like, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. But I would say for sure, if you are someone who is high up on their target list, like, get the hell out of here if you can. And I understand sometimes you can't. Like, I can't leave. Not without like an incredible amount of difficulty, and I don't know. Anyways, the Department of Homeland Security has started to perform lie detector tests on their employees because Trump is angry that the deportations that ICE is doing aren't going faster. Like, their numbers are similar to Biden's numbers, and I think he's probably angry and embarrassed. It's not going fast enough, so now they're going to start to like ramp up punishing their employees. I can't even imagine getting pulled into a room at work and like accused of leaking and then having to take a lie detector test. Like, I don't even know how accurate lie detector tests are, first of all. Who are they hiring to do them? You know, I feel like they're like probably getting the budget version of it. Also, after that, like, do you go back to work, or do you just like, are you just like, okay, this is obviously an unsafe situation? I don't know, man. I feel really terrible for people that are employed by the government right now, period. I don't give a shit what organization you work for. Like, it's got to be really freaky. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people, again, like, it's so easy for me to say, get out of there, leave, get another job, whatever. It's easy to say that. Where do you go? And like, how much money do these people make? I have no idea. I don't have an understanding of like what these different positions make, but it's not always easy to find a replacement salary at the drop of a dime when the unemployment market is probably fucking absolutely flooded right now. So anyways, it's, you know, it almost makes sense for people to have to like go start their own businesses or something, but that's a whole other process that costs money. I don't know. It's kind of funny that ICE is like not doing a very good job, and that they're like failing so hard, and everyone is, you know, they're getting each other's backs. Like, even cities and entire states are getting people's backs and like not complying and stuff, and that is huge, and I really appreciate that. And, you know, hopefully it continues. It probably will. There's a lot of people. I actually went and looked it up because I was thinking, like, when we were talking the other day about how our government is going to have a much harder time implementing some kind of like crazy ass laws. You know, like what happened to women in Iran, for instance. Sorry, cat hair, obviously. What happened to women in Iran? There's only 90 million people in Iran. There's almost 370 million people in the United States. So good fucking luck, dude. Seriously. Good luck. And we're all mentally ill. So have a nice time trying to get that cat back into the bag. You're not going to be able to do it, but whatever. You can try. The United States is about to start requiring Canadians to get registered and fingerprinted if they're here for longer than 30 days. Again, this is about isolation. It's classic narcissist playbook to isolate their victim. And unfortunately, like, the United States, the country of the United States, is Trump's victim right now. You are ruining my sweater. My cat she's very sweet, but she's doing biscuits and she's just ripping my sweater to shreds. Again, the number of people coming here from Canada right now has tanked through the floor. We talked about it yesterday. The airport, or the customs, like the customs like holding facility place in the airport between the United States and Canada, is like dead ass empty. Because people are just not they're not going to just like put up with us. That they'll just do something else. You know, it's not like there's nowhere else that people can go for vacations, or I'm sure companies are having to make alternate arrangements in some cases for people who are supposed to travel here. Maybe they just won't, you know? Sorry, this next story is so unhinged and stupid. Trump is like freaking out about Tesla just completely tanking because his boyfriend looks stupid, and he is losing his mind. He called the Tesla boycott terrorism. And then he said he was going to buy a Tesla. Okay, well, you can buy 30 Teslas. You can buy 50 Teslas. Buy 100, babe. It's not going to fix anything. I mean, it's whole entire countries that have cut ties with Elon Musk, Starlink, Tesla. Like, they're done. This is not, like, the world is not going to just, like, sit here and take this shit. In some circumstances, they may kowtow to it a bit because it's the best strategy in the moment. But if you think for 1 second that people are going to keep just taking it, you're absolutely incorrect. I mean, here's the thing. Tesla, like, you can't... I thought you guys loved capitalism, right? Like, this is the way capitalism works. Sometimes, like, people just don't want to buy your shit. First of all, your cars are shitty. They explode. They lock people in them and kill them. Like, it's not even a good product in the first place. We just don't have... Because, like, the United States won't allow us access to Chinese EVs. We don't have access to better EVs. That's it. That's the only reason why why anyone bought your shitty cars in the first place. But now that you're destroying the entire country, we don't have to buy your stuff. Like, there's no law that says we have to buy your stuff. I'm sorry. You're a loser wannabe. And it's overpriced also, by the way. So anyways, yeah, good luck at your shareholder meeting. They may just get rid of him because he's going to tank the entire company. And I think it's too late. Pretty sure it's over. It's tanked. What is that line from Mean Girls? Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's over. It's not happening. We don't like you. You can't sit with us. I did see a video of Elon that is going around where everyone's saying he looks like he's about to cry. I don't know, man. He looks bewildered. It was maybe 60 Minutes was like asking him like, hey, how's it going? Like, running your companies and trying to destroy a country simultaneously. And he was like, it's not going well. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what happens to him at all. Not even for a single solitary second. He did this to himself and he should have known better. Whoops. So the Trump administration added a self-deportation. It's so sick. A self-deportation function to the immigration app. The immigration app that all the immigrants that are here use. They're like, here, deport yourself so that your charges will be lessened, basically. Again, anyone who is not here legally right now, if there's any way for them to leave, and I'm on their side. I'm saying this because I'm on their side. And some people will say don't comply in advance, but I say, yeah, but sometimes it's like, it's not safe. It's just not safe. I don't even trust. I mean, I know there's a lot of people here right now that can't possibly even feel safe, like walking into a store. I can't imagine, being someone who is recognizably from one of the countries that's being like targeted and having to exist right now in this country. That has to be absolutely terrifying. Like, imagine the nervous system of a person who's going through that, or just like the nervous system of someone who's here illegally and is like hiding or something. Horrible. Hell on earth. Especially a lot of these people are from they're literally here seeking asylum from like a war-torn country. And we're just going to send them back to the war. Fuck you. Man, makes you really hope karma's real. You know what I mean? Like, these people need a big injection of karma. Like, it better come fast and hard. And I want to watch. So this is the last story for tonight. The United States was added by Civicus, which is like an organization. It's an international organization for human rights. They added us to their watch list. Sorry, I'm thinking of the word. They added us to their like human rights violations, but no, that's not right. Genocide watch list, right? I think so. Sorry, go look it up. Human rights watch list, but like genocide, and there's something else. Anyways, it's because Trump is like dismantling checks and balances in our country. I mean, this is a human rights violation. And also, like, they're trying to deport someone who's here legally and who has their green card. And they don't have any legal reason to do that. They don't have a legal right to do that. That person was simply practicing their right to free speech in this country. Like, we have a right to protest in this country, especially against tyranny, which is literally what's happening. And also, like, again, I'll reiterate this one more time. The rest of the world sees what's happening, what Israel is doing, as a war crime. I believe The Hague already voted, or, had like a trial or something over it. Like, it's a war crime. And very clearly, our administration has very deep financial ties to Netanyahu, to that land that Netanyahu and Trump are trying to steal together. Like, the corruption is so unbelievable right now. The financial corruption. Anyways, man. Oh, the other thing to note about Trump calling us protesting, or, us not buying Teslas, terrorism. School shooters don't even get classified as terrorists. So I just want you guys to consider that, like, everything that's happening right now is telling us basically one thing, which is that money is all that matters to these people. They do not care about suffering or human lives at all whatsoever. They barely care about their own fucking children. And in some cases, they don't. They're using them as human shields. They're calling them, they're saying that they got destroyed by the woke mind virus. That's what Elon Musk says about his trans daughter. Which, by the way, I'm just going to give you an extra piece of, I don't know if I should call it gossip, because it's really just like twisted mental illness, but like Elon's kids are, I think, all born by IVF, and he's been gender selecting. He doesn't want daughters. He wants sons. And Elon Musk's trans daughter talks about being born male, and like the aggressive way that feminine traits they tried to like squelch them in her. It's horrible. He is a monster. Anyways, I hate this fucking planet sometimes. I really do. It's so gross. But, I forgot to tell you, somebody made a funny joke in my video yesterday and told me that I needed to drink a Red Bull before I came on tonight. I did not, though, because I am trying to sleep, girl. Thank you, Rhonda, for watching. But Red Bull is out of my league at this point in my life. No, thank you. I'm going to get my kid in the bath, get myself to bed. I hope you guys are doing okay. It's just another day, another dollar here in this shithole country. Wait, there is one more joke I want to tell you. What did that girl say? It was so funny. She said, I'm going to try to do an exact quote. It's probably not going to work. It was just a TikTok that I thought was really funny. She said, if I have to wake up one more day in this shit from a butt country, I'm going to get 5% more insane and 5% more evil every day. Something like that. Anyways, I did my best. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.